It's Gem City Tonight with Andrew Medakaitis, featuring Amy James and the Gems. Andrew's on the town with Tara Muma from Patterson Bob. Tonight's guests, Dan Edwards, and from the Crooked Handle Brewing Company, Jason Moore. And now your host, Andrew Medakaitis.
Thank you so much. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Gem City Tonight. I am still your host, amazingly enough. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. We had Valentine's Day. It came and went. Some people broke up, some people stayed together. But if you miss the excitement here, right in the Miami Valley, we didn't get chocolates. We got a boil advisory. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, you actually have to boil your water because a main break in the Great Miami River affected more than 400,000 people. Yeah, so I'm still not convinced this actually happened because when the water came out, they were like, ooh, it's murky and it's dirty. That's an actual quote from the Daily News. But I don't think this has actually happened. I think it's a weird diabolical plot between the wine shops and the city. So all you had to do is just drink pure booze all through Valentine's Day. Don't shower, don't do anything, just drink and go to bed. And do whatever you want. So my wife and I were actually out of town, so when we came back, it'd been a couple days, so when we turned on the faucet, I felt like Willy Wonka, like turning on the hot chocolate fountain. As I turned, I was like, come with me, and you'll see, to a world of pure imagination. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Glad you followed me on that. Now, the interesting thing is, our city officials are not telling us not to drink the water. However, in Kutztown, Pennsylvania, the police department recently asked a bunch of locals to get drunk, paid for them to get drunk so they could test their breathalyzers. Call me. But this is when they realized that this is really not something they're going to do. I mean, why? How do you find out someone is drunk? Simple. I'll tell you right now. Hand them their cell phone and see if they text their ex. That's it. It's pretty simple. The thing that I don't get is how do you opt for a control group out of this? Who are the people, and especially if you've been to anywhere in Pennsylvania, are you like, no, I'm good. Say, I'm good on the Jaeger bombs. I'm just keep them. I'm just going to mosey on home. No, there is no control group. Of course, they realized this test had already been run when we shut the government down because everyone was drunk and, we ordered $4,000 worth of takeout for Clemson. Speaking of government, as the 2020 comes around, there's so many candidates. It looks like the roster for a baseball team. There's the Democrats have 20 and the Republicans have a few. In fact, there's actually 2 right here from Ohio. Yeah. So in the blue corner, the 3-time U.S. Senator and man who looks like he wants to get Marty McFly to go back in time with him, Sherrod Brown. So Brown is a highly educated man who's worked tirelessly for the state, and he could be just what we need to get back on track. But if blue ain't your color, over in the red corner, we have 2-time governor, and in his spare time is the principal from Saved by the Bell, John Kasich. Both of these men have worked tirelessly for the state. Now, keep in mind, they're working more than what's happening right now, so it can only be an improvement. So I say bring it on, guys. And while we're on the topic, speaking of things barely working, the shake machines at McDonald's will be turning out the tasty green shamrock beverage that we all love this time of year. I'm going to get spit in my food, I am. I am. But it's true. But the Shamrock Shake, the McDonald's concocts, I don't know if you've ever seen one or had one. Have you ever had one? Hey, don't knock it.
Every year.
It's the green milk shake served with whipped cream and cherry on top and comes in 3 sizes. Small, medium, and let's hope you have the luck of the Irish to stay alive after you finish this. The large actually has 820 calories and 23 grams of fat.
Oh my God.
I'm going to say that again. 820 calories and 23 grams of fat.
Wait.
Sorry, my heart slowed down reading that. So, yeah, think about this. This is one of the highest drinks you can get. I mean, Jack in the Box still wins this for a 24-ounce shake that has 1,100 calories. Nope, there it is. There it is. Yeah, just to keep in mind, put this in perspective for you. If you drank a large one, you would have to bike for 90 minutes just to burn one of them off. They're calling it the Tour de Pants. So, speaking of Ohio and the fun news that we have, in a recent survey, I was actually reading this, in a recent survey, Ohio ranks 45th, yeah, as the worst states to be single in. All the singles in the room are like, Okay, cool. Yeah. But you might be surprised to hear what state was number one. Anybody? Any guesses?
Vermont.
Close. Mississippi. Yeah. Yes, Mississippi. I have no idea why they're number one. I mean, it's not fair. I mean, if you think about it, if you really want to date, you just go to the family reunion.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm the bad guy for pointing it out. But that's not the most interesting thing. The real interesting thing is the number two, Utah. Once again, absolutely puzzling. Because you think about it, everyone in that state is like a what? A sister wife, a wife of a sister and a thing, and a second teacher's, gay lover's, second cousin's roommate, or I don't know how that works. But everyone is something in that state. So, but don't despair, Ohio. Oh, no, we're only 45th. We didn't take the absolute honor of getting dead last. That goes to North and South Dakota. Considering they used to be one state, they pretty much show how bad they are at relationships. Can you imagine that breakup? You take Canada, I'll take the monuments. I don't want to see the kids. They're all old and on granite. So, speaking of breakups and leaving things, fun little twist in Canada, a woman who's recently passed away wrote her obituary. Now, you can write anything you want when you pass away. Well, this woman took that to heart. She states, and I'm quoting from the actual obituary, "For whom my children I leave behind, I'm glad I tolerated you all these years." Goes on to say, and affectionately, my husband, who was a horse's ass. Talk about going out swinging. That's a haymaker from under the hay, just. So, but that wasn't the coolest thing. The last line of the obit was, "I finally have a smoking hot body. I was cremated." Don't worry, the eulogy was lit. That was good. I like that one. So, in specific news, which will be running for weeks, I'm sure you'll see, police in Florida today, February 22nd, they've announced they have proof that New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft was caught soliciting sex at a Florida massage parlor. Yeah. Evidently, this has been a part of a larger sting that's been going on for months. Of course, Kraft and the organization vehemently denied it. However, with all the Patriots' problems with deflated balls, this is not going to be a happy ending. I'm putting that one out. I'm going to let that permeate in the ether. Just going to send that one out. And finally, this past week during the Duke, North Carolina game, we saw the first wardrobe malfunction we were okay with during a game that we could all laugh about. We do hope, of course, Zion Williams is okay and he has a speedy recovery. But Nike was quick to jump and let the firm apology. And they let the 8-year-old go who glued the shoe wrong. We got a great show for you tonight. Stick around. But first, Amy, James, and the Gems, everybody.